Reusable. I'm the founding director of Ahadi, Reusable pad. Ahadi means promise in Kiswahili. And this is because many girls drop out of school for lack of pads. So when they're able to use a pad like this, which is reusable, they have a promise not to drop out of school and future opportunities. Though I started the company live in 2018, this has always been in my heart since I was in school. I almost dropped out of school too because we were ashamed to ask for pads, and also the pads were not freely available. So one day as I was sitting in the reading room, at home time I found myself seated in a pool of blood. And I was so embarrassed and ashamed. So I just went home and decided not to come back. But because I had an ambition to become a teacher, I just saw my grades falling and I went back. Though nobody asked me anything, but many girls are not as fortunate as I am. So I had that thing in my heart that I didn't even think that one day I'll do a business or that, but I had this thing that pads should be freely available. When we get donations, we distribute or we sell them to organizations that can distribute. I did business, I taught accounting and English in a boys' school. So the issue of pads never really manifested. But one time when I left, I was wondering what shall I do? And I kept on thinking until I thought, I met some organization by the way, and some were looking for people who have ideas that are scalable and ideas that are also sustainable and ideas that are either environmental or nutritive. They had value. So that's how I started, and that time people were doing reusable bags. I tried reusable bags and I tried the pads, and the pads was taken. So I stayed with them for 12 weeks and I came through with this. They sponsored me for my first with 180,000. I had to do my own research. I had to do my own business plan. I had to do everything by myself, but we were attending classes, like a whole day class once every week. I had made my first pad way back because I had met Janet Mogwa. They were doing pads something. So me just from nowhere told him, I was just passing by, mini kimbesh kidogo. So I just told him, I know how to make reusable pads, and I don't know, by the way. We are collecting pads. So me I just told him, I know. They told me go and bring. That same day I went and bought my fabric I had studied on the internet, and I made my first pad. I must look for that pad, it's in this place. So that's how I made my first pad. It was white, it was floppy. I just kept it, I never took it back. But when I entered Somo, I just sat down and came up with a pad. Yes, this is the pad. I've just been improving. I looked for material, I looked for things that I have kept inside. Those are my secrets. Yes, but they're working. Once I settled on these fabrics, it is easy. Even now I can just call my guy and tell him, please, I'm sending somebody, give him so much, give him a roll, and the guy will come. So I have I'll call them partners because I buy from them very easily. But to settle on this fabric and test it was not easy. Yeah, it was hard because most of the materials that you see online are not available here. I had to really do legwork until I came with this one. Let me just tell you something. This top is called fleece, and as you've cut it, it's very soft, it's absorbable, and it can retain fluid. Then this is the lining, just to make it look pretty. You know, you don't want to buy ugly things. So inside there are two more layers. There's the layer which is cotton that holds the menstrual fluid, and then there's the sheath. It's called oilcloth, so that it has minimum leakage. But don't think you can use this pad for 3 days so that it doesn't leak. You just use it as a normal pad. So if you're heavy, you can use it for 4 hours. If you're light, you can use it for more hours. The material is breathable so that there's no build-up to bring order. This is a standard pad, like any other. So it fits well. Once you get it, I normally get them folded like this, but immediately you get your pads, wash them first with cold water so that they like open up. So you get it like this, you put it under your panty, just the normal way you put other pads. But there are people who don't have pads, so anyway, you stick it, you put it like this, and then you clip it. These are called snaps. So once you've snapped it, you're good to go. You'll adjust it just like ordinary pads, and once you've worn it, it's just like here. You just wear it up and it's good to go. So in reusable means once you've used it this way, this one goes around your pad and you can clip it underneath with these buttons. Once you feel wet, then you just remove it. If you're out of the office or out in the school, you clip it like this. The fluid is held inside and you have your bag. Since this bag, let me have a bag there. Since this bag is waterproof, you will just put it inside and you're good to go. The thing I think is quite well made. You wouldn't be ashamed to carry it around. And because maybe you wanted to use two, because you already know your circle, you use the other one, you keep this one. When you go home, you soak for 15 minutes. Then you just wring out the water. First rinse, second rinse. You're good to wash it with your other cloth. If you're able to just hang it out in the sun sanitizes it and it is okay. So make sure it is dry. They say in Kiswahili kuru kuru. Make sure it is dry. Once they are dry, you keep them in your bag again. You're ready next month to use. And they can be used for up to 12 times. A pack has 4. This pack has 4 pads. So if you open, you'll find that there are 4. It also has an instruction leaflet so that you can be able to keep it well. It has care and use instructions. Then the whole pad is 500 shillings. Simply because now I'm not really so much profit orientated, but I just want to be sustainable. One of the things that I know KCIC is going to help me with is to do patenting. I already have a brand, and also to do kebs. Right now, when we started Priscilla, I went and I have already the standard. I only need to sit down and sort the materials to fit the standard. Yes. So I will have two types. Nipate ile ya cotton. I will have 2 types of pads which I will submit. When I'm ready, they will come here. I don't take my things to them. Then this is the other one. This is the other fabric. So I'll take this one and this one for KEB certification. Because now we have a KEB standard. Once you have a KEB standard, you're able to penetrate into supermarkets. You're able to penetrate even online businesses like nowadays OLS is not there, it has changed its name, but something like that. So that whichever passes is the one we'll use. But this is a more expensive brand than this one, or both of them can go. Yes, so, but once you have bagged a standard, you know it's now upon you to do what you want with it. I've now reached out to more than 150 girls. Apart from the ones whom Cook has helped me reach out to. So more than 1,200 girls. So the pads are penetrating. People are beginning to change their minds also because of green bees. And there's another organization also called Green Vagina. So they are advocating for no chemicals and when we go back to the Kijiji, I'm waiting for them to close school. It has been a bit confusing because of the terms. The term dates have changed, so you cannot really plan properly. But I'm sure I will plan properly. I have some programs between now January and April, which I will execute. People are really calling. People are calling from Kawangware. People are calling me from as far as Turukana. People are calling me from as far as Magadi, this side of coast. And I just tell them, wait.
So you have a market, but the product is not...
And affordable to the poor, to the needy. They can't buy 500, neither can they buy 50 bob pads.
So what is your call?
My call is to just raise funds and reach out to those ones. Then these funds that I raise will translate like sales to me. Yes. They will be my sales. So if an organization comes and buys 300 pads, they will do whatever they like with them. Then I can be able to produce some more and continue.